I miss putting him down to bed. I miss my son's first walk, his first word, you know.
It's been really hard because I know they've needed me. The interaction I have with them, you know, it's like 5 years condensed into a 2-hour visit.
The toughest part is the opportunities you miss. You know, my son's soccer games, you know, their first date. You know, I've been in prison their whole growing up.
I got to.
When she's in the thing, we can't touch her. We just can talk to her with the phones. That's how we talk to her and play.
Sometimes she cries and stuff at night, you know, wanting her mother. I hear her, I ask what's wrong, and she tells me.
I love you, Mommy. I wish you could get out of jail. I miss her. I pray for her every night.
We take everything else away and look at the children. What right do the children have? I think they have the right to have their parent and to have access to their parent and to not be sentenced for something that they didn't do. And when we take their mothers away from them, it doesn't make sense to them. It's a loss that not every child can recover from. It would probably make them feel more antisocial and less safe with police and government and courts, because look at what the system did to them. It took away the most important relationship in their lives.
The best alternative would be treatment, substance abuse treatment, so they are not addicted or they don't end up in prison. That would be the best alternative here. And then the kids would not be separated from their mom to begin with, so that would be the best.
Sentenced to 4 years, 11 months on my charges. And I went to Ohio Reformatory for Women on January 8th, 2010. They let me have a furlough to go home and spend Christmas with my kids. And then I explained to my daughter at that time that I was going to be gone for a long time.
Prisons aren't local, and scheduling in is a barrier. It's not a good situation, you know, to be really honest about trying to keep a relationship with the mom and the child. It's a challenge.
In every state, women who are incarcerated and who want to retain custody of their children are facing a common challenge, which is the Adoption and Safe Families Act. It's not easy for someone to maintain a regular, consistent, involved relationship with their children, and they have this legal threat of having their parental rights terminated, really based on the amount of time that they're locked up.
I go see my mom every 2 weeks.
Lily comes to see me for Girl Scouts, and my sister comes down from Seattle to bring my son about once a month.
I take Lily and Jared because they will lead more successful lives based on their relationship with their mother.
When I go in and I see my mom, I go and I hug her and kiss her and we play games together.
Now that we see each other on a regular basis, she starts opening up and she starts sharing things.
I got to put stickers on my mommy. And I colored on her socks. And I tickled her when I was coloring on this sheet of paper. And I tickled her.
The reason I go is because, to me, it's the part that I play in Amy's recovery, in Amy's reform. And it doesn't take a lot, but without that connection with her kids, her chances of success are so much lower that I'm more than happy to go.
There are reminders everywhere that this is no ordinary visit. Before entering, children and guardians have to pass through metal detectors and automatically locking steel doors. Security guards closely monitor the visitations. While the programs help the parents gain the skills needed to succeed in life after prison, they also help the kids. Despite the positive effects, there has been opposition to the project, some even from family members.
My mother and my relationship has been very rocky.
You couldn't trust Amy. You dreaded having her come over. You didn't want to invite her to family functions because she always wanted to brag or talk about her criminal behavior.
I ran away a lot as a child, and I was, in a lot of the youth homes and stuff.
I've pretty much had Lily since the day she was born.
I consistently asked my mother if Lily could come to Girl Scouts. For 2 years, she said no.
I was not in support of Girl Scout behind bars because I didn't want to normalize prison, and that's exactly what's happened. Is it's become a fun place to go, and I don't want her growing up thinking that it's a good place.
Regardless of the conflict, even Nina believes the positive outweighs the negative.
It took me a while to decide to let her go. And everybody that I talked to, her counselor and those people, agreed with my fears of her going, but at the same time, she needed to continue a relationship with her mother. And if I had to make the same decision again, whether to put Lily in Girl Scouts with Amy, I would make the same decision and let her go.
Though no conclusive studies have been completed, the project's success can be seen in the inmates and their relationships with their children.
I think the program is a good program for mothers and children both to be able to bond and reconnect.
The parenting program for me has been a wonderful learning tool to allow me the opportunity to better understand my children and to communicate with them and to communicate with their caregiver, to try to parent from here the best I'm able to.
I'm not going to leave here and be a perfect mom, and I'm not going to leave here and know everything, but I know that I have it in me to be a good mom. I know how to express how I feel, and I know the kind of parent that I would want, and that's who I want to be for my children. So.